Welcome to CrashRacer. Today we are playing New Star GP, and if you've been watching this series you'll know this is the season finale of the Grand Prix 1990 season on pro level that we've been doing. Final two races in this video. This is the season leaderboard as it stands so far. We've had a good season. We are 18 points ahead as it stands. Second place I think is realistically the only driver that can catch us. We've got some bucks to spend, so let's use them on some upgrades for the car. Aerodynamics is a pretty good choice because that's going to improve our top speed and also our handling. Okay, week 9 then. This is going to be at Naples. I've already done all the events and upgraded the car, so let's get straight into the Grand Prix. Looks like it's going to be hot, sunny weather and dry for the whole race. It looks like a 2-stop or a 1-stop pit strategy will both work on this track, so I think we'll go for the 1-stop. Here we are then in Naples. We are going to be 10th on the grid as always. What tyre choices have the other drivers made? It is a real split, so I don't think we've made a bad choice. Okay, as always we need to try and time this start to get a good start. I've left it a little bit too late and that's not great. Hopefully we'll make up a couple of places if we can weave around these cars. It's a nice long straight as well. Be careful into the first few corners while the tyres get up to heat, and we've gone straight into the back of that car in front. Just got caught in the slipstream and pulled into the car, and now we are 4 wide. Oh, and that car's just swerved straight in front of us, nearly spun us out as well. We've kept going, managed to use a bit of boost to straighten the car up. Can we hold this position? Whoa, gone in way too deep and I'm going to lose that position. Not a great start then. Used up all my boost to get the position back, so we're at least in 6th place as it stands. Okay, tight right hand corner now, and then a much more gentle right hand corner onto the start finish straight. A lot of collisions then, and it looks like we might have done a little bit of damage to the back wing and to the front wing as well. Hopefully not too much. Let's squeeze this car, dissuade them from getting past. They're having another go though, and there's nothing I can do to protect it that time. They are quite a bit quicker than us by the look of it, which is not ideal because we have got this big lead already. Okay, into this tight left-right chicane, and then we've got another one just up here. 8th place, still fairly close in behind us. We are struggling for speed a little bit by the look of it, which is slightly concerning. There's going to be some cars coming in though, and including the leader. The leader's coming in, so we should be able to leapfrog some of these cars, and then of course we've got to put a quick 3rd lap in to try and take advantage of that. Yeah, there's a lot of cars going in actually, so that is perhaps why I was struggling for pace against some of those cars. They would have had much grippier tyres on at that point. Up into 3rd then, 2nd visible ahead, 1st not too far ahead. 4th right in behind us as well. Tyres are starting to wear, and that was a massive cut of the corner. Cutting much too early, lucky to get away with that and not spin. So easy to spin the car on the curbs, especially if they're wet, which fortunately they're not. Again, I'm using a lot of the curbs there. Okay, got to watch out for this pit lane now. And I should have used a lot more boost actually. That was a bit of a mistake not using it. We're right in behind P2 as we come in. Okay, another set of hard tyres then. And hopefully the pit crew will do us a good job of filling up just the right amount of fuel that we need. Let's go. This track seems fairly heavy on tyres, so wonder if yeah, don't forget to use your boost. Yeah, good advice there. We didn't use it on that previous lap. It was a bit of a waste. course, we've got a couple of good straights on this track, so no excuse. So all the cars that are on 2-stop pit strategy should be coming in at the end of this lap, and hopefully we can jump up a few places. Tyre's still not quite fully up to heat. Yeah, leaders coming again. They're definitely further ahead now than when they came into the pits previously 2 laps ago. Don't think I'm going to get past them before they come out of the pits again. Right, let's use all this boost up and jump past some of these cars that have gone into the pit lane. 2 more laps to go then as we cross the line. And we are up into 5th place. It's not great actually, that's not great. At least we've got an enormous gap behind us. Nowhere anywhere close behind, so hopefully 5th place is the worst it's going to get, but ideally need to make up some more places if possible. Don't think we're going to be catching the leader, they are off and away. But 2nd, 3rd and 4th are bunched up together. They might slow each other down. You can just see 4th place in the distance there. Someone come in the pits. Has the leader gone in the pits? I don't know if any others have. They have, haven't they? There's a few gone in and we're up into 3rd place, and we can nick 2nd here. 2nd place then as we start the last lap. They're fighting back, nearly spun us round. Managed to hold it though. Yeah, I think a lot of those cars that were on the soft tyres were struggling to do 2 laps. I mean, our tyre wear is not good now, so we might have problems keeping... Yeah, no way I'm going to keep that behind. Maybe could have done a better job and closed the door on that first corner, but I think it was a foregone conclusion they would be coming past at some point. I am struggling for grip. We've got an enormous gap behind us though, and being as we're 1st place in the overall leaderboard, 3rd place is not going to be a terrible result. I will take that. Might even be enough to clinch the championship. Yeah, front left tyre in particular is really worn as we come across, and 3rd place it is. About 7 seconds, a little bit less actually, nearer 6 seconds behind the leader overall. There's the table, so we're 16 points ahead with just 1 race left to go. I think we've done it. I think we've clinched the championship. Final week then. Final race weekend is going to be in Quebec. Let's license some tech. Let's buy tyre wear pack. That's going to be really handy. Reduce the tyre wear, and it's going to last 6 laps as well, so it'll last us this full Grand Prix. What does our chief engineer want? Okay, we need to spend some bucks unless we want to lose our slipstream perk, so fortunately we've got enough to do that. And yes, as it says, New Star Racing, our team has already won the championship, so we can go into this race with the pressure off. Looks like it's going to be changeable weather for this final race of the season, and when it's changeable weather, 2-stop strategy is normally the best one to go for. Gives you a bit of leeway to play with in terms of coming in and changing tyres whenever you need to, depending what the weather's doing. There's a few cars gone with hard tyres, which I think is a bit of a risk because it's almost certainly going to rain within the first 2 or 3 laps, so they might have to come in early. Right, can we get a good start to this final race of the 1990 season? It's not a great start, but it's gonna let us jump past a couple of cars as they're away past these 2 into this first corner. Really tight right hand corner this one. We're up the inside, we passed one of them. Let's use a little bit of boost just to keep ahead. Up into 7th place then, not a bad start. Very tight here. They've gone slightly wide ahead, and we can close up in behind, and we've got another straight section here, and we're in their slipstream. We can slide past. Brake hard for this section of corners. Down to this very tight right hand corner here. And then we can use a little bit of boost. So the pit lane is just up here somewhere. I'm going to have a look as we come past so I know where it is. Yeah, there it is there. So we're going to come around this chicane over the finish line for the start of the lap, but if you're going in the pits then you don't have to do that. We've made up some great positions on that straight. Managed to weave past there, tries to dive back up the inside, held us up, but we're okay, and we're up into second place. Heavy rain forecast though. Hopefully it's going to hold off for maybe half a lap. I mean, we're all in the same boat. It looks like every car has carried on, which is not surprising. And those cars that are on the hard compound, they've sort of blown it slightly, and that they're going to have to come in with the rest of us if it starts raining, which it looks as if it's going to. The skies have gone very dark, and there we go. Here comes the rain. Just got to be a little bit careful as we come into the pit lane. But this is timed pretty much perfect for us. Leader is just in ahead of us. Every single car is going to be coming in behind us, I'm sure. On go the wet tyres. Enough fuel for 2 laps, and let's go. Leader is already out. Looks like if anything we've lost a little bit of time on them, but we're still out in second place. Got to be very careful for these first few corners. Very low grip, and also the wet track as well. Yeah, can't even quite see the leader, they're just out of view. Big train of cars behind us, but they are a few seconds back. Whoa, overshot that corner slightly. It is an incredibly tight corner, that one, and if you don't get into it to start with, then you're always going to be struggling to get round it. Okay, that's the halfway stage of the race then. Now, how long is this rain going to last for? It's a good chance these wet tyres will last this lap and another lap as well. And of course, we've only got enough fuel for this lap really, so we can't put another lap in anyway. So we're going to have to come in. And if it's still raining, we're going to have to switch to wet tyres. Then I've just got to hope that it doesn't dry too quickly. If we put another set of wets on, and we can get one more, if there's one more lap in the rain, then if it dries out after that, we can manage with wet tyres for another lap, because there's going to be puddles on the track. We can keep the tyres cool. The pit has automatically put wets on. We can override that, but that's what they've chosen, so we will stick with that. Should be plenty of fuel for the final 2 laps of the race. Off we go then. So it looks like some of the cars put a little bit of extra fuel in and are now going to use their wet tyres for another lap, which they're going to be able to do quite comfortably. So we might have... oh, that's a terrible mistake. Let's rewind. So yeah, I think I should have done that. I made a bit of a mistake there. I should have overfueled slightly on the previous pit stop really, and that would have allowed us to stay out for another lap on those wet tyres. But are those drivers going to have to come in on this lap anyway? It looks like they might have. Okay, looks like the rain's stopping just as we're about to start the final lap. Final drops of rain have stopped. Plenty of puddles on the track though, and can we jump into the lead? It's going to be pretty close. Cars coming out the pit lane now. We're going to slot into second if we can get this round the corner. Now, of course, I'm guessing those cars behind have got soft tyres on for one lightning fast lap, whereas we've got wet tyres that are not going to be as grippy. I think we've got no chance of catching the leader, but can we keep these cars behind us? It's going to be a tough ask. They're lunging and there's I'd got a car either side there. No way I could keep both of them behind. Managed to squeeze one out still. They've dropped back slightly. They're going to be closing up again though, and we're going to have to be defending pretty soon. We're through the final chicane though. Can we keep them behind? All the boosters gone, so there's nothing more we can do other than go defensive, and we are across for final third place. There's our buff expired. Our license tech, of course, expired just as we crossed the line. Third place. Pretty good result overall with that changeable weather. It was quite tricky to know what to do. Fortunately, we'd got that buffer though and already won the championship, so that final race didn't really matter too much. There's the final table then. 76 points we finished on. Second place driver was 58 points. There we are, third place for this race. And now time for the ceremonies for the whole Grand Prix season, the 1990s season. Let's get our perks first. So I'll be able to carry those and our books forward into the next season. And there we go, there's the podium. There's fourth place, third, second, and there we are with the trophy. World Champion 1990 season, pro level. It really helped that we had such a good start to the season. If you can get some good rewards and books to improve the car early on, then you do stand a good chance of doing well overall. So yeah, of course we're going to get promoted to the next racing era. So we'll be able to do a new series on the 2000s Grand Prix season. Here's our commercial manager. What's she got to say? Yep, new challenge, new era, more demanding tracks, faster opponents and a brand new car. Welcome to the 2000s World Racing Championship, so that is what we will be playing next.